The best RAW photo editor just got better. Let's have a look at DxO's spanking new PhotoLab 5. It's October, and it is time for DxO's annual PhotoLab update. And to be frank, since my first review on PhotoLab 3 2 years ago, and PhotoLab 4 last year, and its latest and perhaps the coolest plugin in the world, Pure RAW, I have slowly become a fan of DxO. But as I'm reviewing their software, I would like to be as neutral as possible, so I will be highlighting both the good and the bad. You know, this is how PhotoLab becomes better and better, because DxO listens. Before I start, this video is not sponsored by DxO. It is completely my own and based on my own user experience. The software I'm testing is also a pre-public release version, so things can still be a little bit different and better by the time you see this video. I have said it already, DxO PhotoLab is perhaps the best RAW photo editor for Micro Four Thirds photographers. Its AI-powered deep prime noise reduction single-handedly eliminates the worst enemy of this mobile platform. Of course, this feature isn't just for Micro Four Thirds, but for all types of sensor technologies but one. Even though I'm not a Fujifilm guy, one of the biggest additions to PhotoLab 5 is external compatibility. Yes, you heard that right. This latest version of PhotoLab is compatible with Fujifilm digital cameras. At last, according to DxO, 18 of its latest models are supported, plus all the Fujifilm lens profiles for optical corrections and enhancements. PhotoLab 4 was so well received that many Fujifilm guys felt left out when it was first launched last year. So there you have it, Fuji guys. But DxO didn't stop there. What's the point of supporting Fujifilm cameras without its famous color profiles? Oh yes, this is perhaps one of the biggest announcements from DxO since it's cool and now de facto noise reduction tool for many professionals. It's AI-powered deep prime noise reduction that's built right into PhotoLab's main processing engine. Not only Fujifilm users can now access the same color film profiles that they adore right within PhotoLab 5, everybody can access them too. Whether you're a Nikon or Canon photographer, and even Olympus photographers can use them. But only if you have the latest DxO Filmpack 6, which I'll talk about it in just a sec. This compatibility means that all Fujifilm guys can use the fabulous deep prime noise reduction as well as the super powerful U-point local adjustment tools. For those who don't know what the fuss is about DxO U-point technology, this is a very powerful local adjustment tool, much more so than anything else on the market. When you select a point in a photo, it cleverly selects a range within the set radius for all kinds of accurate adjustments based on luminance and color values. This enables a very precise and natural changes within a particular part of the photo. But as said, it's a radial tool and that means it's always a circular adjustment. If you want to adjust, let's say half of the frame, like the sky in this particular photo, you will have to put multiple points to cover the entire stretch of the section. But with PhotoLab 5, we now have a new control line function that is based on the same U-point technologies. Instead of a circular point, we now have a line adjustment, almost like a gradual filter, but with the same clever range selection. This is huge for any landscape photographers or any images that have a huge section of the frame that needs adjustments at once. And like I said, I love U-point, and DxO also adds a new sensitivity function allowing photographers to fine-tune further with the effect on that local adjustment. This is another level of control that makes us photographers god in the editing world. To me, the enhanced U-points and control line local adjustments and the new support for Fujifilm's X-Trans sensor may steal the headline for this new PhotoLab 5 announcement. But there are other notable improvements under the hood too. There is a new enhanced metadata editing and keyword management to make it easier for photographers to categorize their photos. According to DxO, PhotoLab 5 is also faster too, up to 1.6 times on PCs and a staggering up to 4.5 times on M1 equipped Macs. Well, yeah, I don't have a M1 Mac, but I do feel things are snappy on my 2020 MacBook Pro. Now, let's talk a little about Filmpack. I am genuinely super excited. Why? Well, for a start, I thought DxO has killed off this cool app, film simulation was a thing about a decade ago when everyone was trying to analogify their images, making them look like they were shot on films. NIX software, DxO, and VSCO were the main film simulation softwares that photographers can buy to add that look to their images. Among the three, only DxO and VSCO had the proper film stock color profiles. With VSCO now disappear from the scene and focuses only on mobile devices and with a subscription service, the only mainstream software that allows photographers to have that analog look is DxO's Filmpack. But the last update was some years ago, and I really thought DxO was going to kill it in favor of full-on digital editing. So like I said, I am very glad to see them not only resurrecting this much loved and useful app, but also adding more profiles and making it educational. Yes. Before I continue, this video is based on Filmpack 6 Elite, the higher end version of the two offered by DxO, and the version I highly recommend, which I'll explain a little later. With the new support on Fujifilm cameras on PhotoLab 5, Fujifilm 6 adds support to all the Fujifilm film stock simulations. This is not only great news for Fujifilm photographers, who often say that JPEG is the best in the world, but at the same time, these same color profiles can now be used with any compatible cameras, including Micro Four Thirds. As you can see that Filmpack 6 now has a ton of legacy negative and positive film simulations, and that you will never need to look for another software to give you that analog look that you've been craving since those films ceased productions. I did say educational. Well, the folks at DxO must be feeling extra generous with their time. Filmpack 6 now includes a feature called Time Machine, where you can scroll through different era of photography to match the look and feel of that particular image of your photography. With each selected timeline, it highlights an iconic image that belongs to that era, together with a brief history of that image. This is super fun, and I love that. And it's also much quicker to navigate different photography styles through the years, and apply those looks with a single click. This is bloody marvelous. Just like any film simulation softwares before, Filmpack 6 works best with raw images, as it can adjust almost infinitely from all those available data within the image file, to get the best match for those chosen film stock. It will also work on JPEG images, but just less effective or accurate. Like I mentioned earlier, Filmpack 6 has two levels, Elite, which is the one I based my review here, and Essential. Elite works with both RAW and JPEG image files, while Essential only works with JPEG. And like I said, if you want your images to look more authentic, you want to process your images in RAW. Not only that, Elite also gives you Fujifilm X-Trans support with many other powerful editing features like 8-channel XSL. Yeah, that's right, 8 channels. And it has many more film profiles than Essential tool. Critically, if you want to add those lovely Fujifilm profiles to your RAW images in PhotoLab 5, you will need Filmpack 6 Elite. But there is one negative. Filmpack 6 currently doesn't support DNG RAW processed by DxO's own pure RAW software, which will be my only complaint. However, if you have PhotoLab 5 or Filmpack 6 Elite, you can process your photos with the film presets and deep prime. 2021 has been a great year for DxO, after winning numerous awards for its pure RAW and deep prime softwares. And the latest PhotoLab update, well, just takes everything to a whole new level. You get the same cool results as PhotoLab 4, but now with expanded functionalities, so you can be more critical of your photos, and now with Fujifilm camera supports too. With the update of Filmpack 6, I would say it's a must-buy if you're still in love with analog photography, but wants the convenience of digital image files. I do, and still process my photos in a way that they mimic the look of what I had before when I was shooting films. To me, DxO has given me a reason to upgrade both PhotoLab and Filmpack in 2021. As a tradition, DxO offers an introductory discount for both new and existing photographers. I have included an affiliate link to DxO, and you are welcome to try both PhotoLab 5 and Filmpack 6 for free. Every click will help out this channel a little bit as well. To summarize my review, all I can say is the best just got better. Would I recommend you to upgrade? Yes, if you are still using PhotoLab 3, and if you are a very demanding photographer who processes a lot of images at any one time. For new users who contemplated PhotoLab 4 last year, well, this is basically a no-brainer, especially now it has the biggest compatibility on earth. Yeah, Fujifilm. And with Filmpack 6, well, just get the bloody thing if you love that nostalgic analog look for your images. And if you want to educate your kids, and maybe yourself, with some historic information about photography. This brings to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoy this particular review and find it useful and informative. If you already use PhotoLab 4 and Filmpack or Pure RAW, let me know in the description what you think about the latest update. Remember to give me a thumb if you enjoyed this video and click the sub if you want to stay in touch with all things photography. And of course, Olympus. Peace!